Today is Palm Sunday. What are we to understand? Greetings. I'm the Reverend Edward Killian from the Good Shepherd Lutheran Church in Inglewood, California. Today begins the most extraordinary week in the history of the universe, Palm Sunday. This day begins with a prophecy from the book of Zechariah, the 9th chapter, which prophesies everything that's going to happen today, 500 years before Jesus is born. In chapter 9, verse 9, "Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king is coming to you. He is just and having salvation, lowly and riding on a donkey, a colt, the foal of a donkey." In this, we get the prophecy that begins the day. Jesus tells the disciples to go to a certain place at a certain time where he would tell them, and that they would find a colt and a foal, just like Zechariah had said. He tells them if they ask why you need it or why you're taking them, just tell them that I need them. And it happens exactly as he says. They go and they find the colt and the foal tied there, and they bring them to him. And it begins. Now Jesus is going to ride into Jerusalem, and there's going to be fanfare, but not in the way you'd expect. The kings and rulers of Jesus' day, if they were traveling into a city, they would enter on an elephant or a white charger or something dramatic, something showing power and force, something regal. He would be accompanied by fanfare and trumpets and soldiers and these kind of things. But here comes our humble king. See, your king comes to you humble and riding on a donkey. The people there have heard. The people who are there, who lay palm fronds and robes down before his donkey, before him as he rides, they know the stories. They know that he raises the dead. They know that he turns water into wine. They know that he casts out demons. They know that he cures incurable diseases, and they believe that this is the Messiah. There is anger from many about the crowd that has showed up, the Pharisees, those who had worked against Jesus, those who had arranged for his death, those who had fought him at every turn, said, tell the people to be quiet. And Jesus says, even if I did tell them to be quiet, the stones themselves would raise up and give testimony to me. This is his hour. This is the one he's been talking about all of his adult life. He's being about his Father's business. He's doing everything his Father would have him to do. He's coming to save you. This begins, of course, the chain of events that lead to Jesus' crucifixion. Jesus will encounter the Pharisees. He will encounter the kangaroo court. He will be betrayed by Judas for pieces of silver. Before he goes, he celebrates the Passover. He gathers the disciples at the proper time in the proper place. And as they go through the liturgy of the Old Testament Seder, they used to ask, why do we eat the lamb on this night? And why do we eat these bitter herbs? But Jesus does something different. He breaks bread and he distributes it to them, and he says, take and eat. This is my body. He passes a cup of wine around and says, take and drink. This is my blood. He's instituting here his last will and testament. Now, he knows that because he's going to die the next day. And he's leaving behind this gift of mercy, this meal of salvation. He washes their feet. He reminds them of baptism. He gives them this meal and promises that there is forgiveness in it. And on Good Friday, he goes to his death. And most importantly, he atones. He sleeps the sleep of death, and on the third day rises again. This is the most important week in the history of the universe, because it's the moment in which he buys you back with his blood. Ride on in majesty. Ride on in lowly pomp, ride on to die, Lord. For we need you. For there is salvation in nothing else. I am the Reverend Edward Killian from the Good Shepherd Lutheran Church in Inglewood, California, and may God richly bless your week. The King is coming.